Don't fail to plan your estate for your loved ones. I have a short, scary story for you, and you're going to learn a new word, Escheat. So it was maybe a dozen years ago, and another attorney, I would admit it if I had this lack of privilege, but it wasn't me, but another attorney had an estate, had to be probated, but he could not locate the decedent. The man who passed away didn't have family around, and the attorney could not locate any close family. Escheat means after the estate was probated, there was no will, there was no estate plan whatsoever, there was no reference of any relatives. Escheat means at the end of that probate estate, the attorney wrote a check to the state of Kansas, sent all the proceeds of this man's assets to the state, and that was that. You don't want to be that person. A second scary story. This isn't a story, this is just how the law is set up. Intestate succession, another thing you don't want. This is if you pass away without will or a trust or some kind of estate plan like that. Intestate succession means the laws of the state say, based on levels of consanguinity, the laws of the state say where your assets are going to go. You don't have a choice. Your family doesn't get to express a preference. Your estate will go where the state says it will go. This doesn't happen a terrible lot, but just don't be that person. Estate planning is not a complicated area when you reach out to someone who can help you out with it, but the effects of failing to plan your estate are as if you said, well, I worked my whole life. I have these things, I have these accounts, I have this property, I have this real estate, but I don't care what happens to it, and my loved ones will figure it out. Hopefully they will figure it out, but let's take care of them. Let's take care of your legacy during your life. I hope this hasn't really spooked you too much, but some folks may need a wake-up call. But I hope this helps you out. I'm Dan Covington. You can always find me at Estate Plan Kansas.